Editor's note: this video has frequent pauses in sound and has repeated use of the speech button. You are not experiencing hearing loss, it's just that they're reading. You are not experiencing technical difficulties, this is so that the other person will be able to hear what's going on. We apologize in advance on the off chance you absolutely hate these kinds of things. But for those that'll complain anyway, we only have this to say: you were warned.
Well, this is Yugity Megan. I'm here with my friend.
Somebody.
Really? We're here with my friend Somebody. And we're playing whatever this is called. I'm not going to try to butcher it. And frankly, I am too dumb to do these puzzles by myself. So I brought in a smart person.
I is smart.
Yes. Now,
I'll be serious.
be as weird as you want to. I mean, this thing isn't exactly... Yes, me. She can't see the screen because Skype is being an absolute bastard right now. So I'm just gonna read it off to her because it's Skype. She ain't gonna hear nothing. So.
I'm hearing everything.
What? You can hear music?
I heard the dogs in the background, so.
Well, I'm talking about what's on my screen specifically.
No, I won't hear that because your audio jack. Yeah, whatever.
Wait, what do you mean?
Wait, your audio jack is broken.
That has nothing to do with this because I'm using a headset.
Supposed to get into.
Meow. Alright. I think it was on the photograph last time, but here, let me pull up the synopsis right quick.
I just want respite.
Alright.
Fall into the blissful void. To wake up rested, my mind restored. I can't spend another night in there. This vision that plagues me, this illness.
Hold on, it's playing it now.
I can't keep going like this. The exercise the doctor gave me, the glassware technique, it's supposed to put me back in control. I've tried everything else. This has to work. There's no use fighting it anymore. I already feel myself drifting off. All I can hope for is that tonight will be different. It's time to go to sleep.
Okay, the reason why I'm not reading it at the same... the reason why I'm not, like, reading this out is because of the fact that, like, it's just disorienting reading with another voice. It's weird. But what happened so far is that I solved a couple puzzles, found out that Peter Pan was talking to me for some reason. I don't know why. And I don't know which Peter Pan it was. I solved, I think, two of the puzzles, 2 to 3 puzzles that are on here now. I'll read you the overview so we can get that out of the way and then we can get started. How's that sound?
Yes.
Alright then. I just want respite, to fall into the blissful void, to wake up rested, my mind restored.
My mind restored.
I can't spend another night in there. This vision that plagues me, this illness that invades me each night. I can't keep going like this. The exercise the doctor gave me, the glasswig technique, it's supposed to put me back in control. I've tried everything else. This has to work. There's no use in fighting it anymore. I can already feel myself drifting off. All I can hope for is that tonight will be different. It's time to sleep.
I already feel myself drifting off. All I can hope for is that tonight will be different.
Yeah, that's like the entire synopsis of what I'm doing right now. Let me pop this in. Alright. Marking off. Alright, the first thing I did was a pocket watch. Because the idea is you're supposed to look at these items and figure out their significance, or at least the memory fragment that goes with them. For the pocket watch, it's The Adventures of Sherlock Holmes.
Watch.
Alright, Ellis Island.
Ellis Island?
Yeah. ELLIS. Which is basically a prison for illegal immigrants and stuff. It was like, think Alcatraz, but probably tinier. The island was also known as the Island of Tears and the Island of Heartbreak. But that's besides the point. And the final node is the Green Fairy Book. Yeah, I only figured that one out because I was helping out. Like, I ended up with a live stream. Not me live streaming. I ended up on one, and they were like, "Oh yeah," and that was one of the puzzles they did, and it was like the only one I remembered. All right, and they were like, "Okay, look for the book and look it up and stuff like that," because they had already figured out I was talking about the Green Fairy Book. But the answer was Dragon, because I had asked which fairy book were they talking about. They were like, the green one. The next item is looks like a floral cactus. I'm not sure. But they were like, "Oh yeah, we're talking about green one." I'm like, no, I don't mean that. I mean like what edition of the green one. And they're like, "What do you mean?" I'm like, "There's more than one, but most of them have a picture of a dragon on the front of it, so I'm wondering which one." And the guy saw that dragon was part of the sigil, I guess you'll have to call it, because you have to spell it out, and then that creates like the symbol for that you would use to talk to whatever the hell is in here. And dragon turned out to be the answer. Alright, for the cactus, it's the ATSF. That is a train line, by the way. Yeah, it's the something Santa Fe line. Like, it's from someplace to Santa Fe. I can't remember. You can look it up later, I guess. The next one is the red-crowned parrot. And the last one is Suicide Bridge. I know, right? I just loved how it immediately, we're like, "Oh, wow, a train station, parrot, Suicide Bridge." Okay, I was wondering when it was going to get dark. I'm currently on what looks like a photograph of a bedroom, but it's tiny, so I'm thinking like maybe it's an asylum or a hospital place.
A room or a house?
Well, it's a room specifically. It's just the room is small. I mean, it's like the bed doesn't look all that grand. It's covered in white sheets. The walls are, I mean, the entire thing is like black and white, but it's really tiny for a room. Like, my room is about twice the size of this one, and my room is still pretty small and cramped. This is freaking tiny.
It could be that.
It even has a welcome mat on the floor, but there's no door there. It's weird.
So it could be a child's room.
Not with all those doilies. Actually, you know what? I don't know what they were doing in that time period. It was like 1860 something when the Statue of Liberty was still copper colored.
Wait. Or it could be like a room in a nursing home, maybe.
True. Alright, the ones that I saw was for electrotherapy. Yeah, I know, right? Sleep, and that was it. There's 2 nodes, the first one and the last one, that I haven't done yet because I have not figured it out. Alright, to the first node.
Okay, electrotherapy definitely sounds. Alright.
Actually, I just realized something. I can send you I can send you the pictures and stuff like that when the stuff comes up on the screen. Technology!
Wow.
Silence you, you'll get it via text. Alright, I'm starting the first one.
I lay back by the edge of the pool to catch my breath as water dripped off of me onto the tiles. I was no longer hysterical, but troubled by how close I had come to the unfathomable darkness.
Something about a girl drowning. That's literally the point of what I'm being told right now. I can't read it out because it's audio only.
I don't think two people could have been happier until this terrible disease came. I can't fight any longer. Her face dipped back below the surface and passed into the dark, but was quickly replaced by another figure. My shadow emerged from the depths. In the blue light of the room, it seemed taller and menacing. I fled.
The only thing about this is the fact that there's there's a part on here where this woman that drowned herself, her name is Virginia Woolf, and she says, I never thought two people could be happy until, like, the disease or something like that. That is an actual line from her suicide letter. It also proved just how terrible, like, news media was, because, like, the, New York Times or something like that had gotten a hold of it, and my god, they tore into this family. Like, oh, she killed herself. She's so weak and pathetic because she couldn't handle life. And she was suffering from, like, I think schizophrenia and all sorts of stuff. But yeah, the hint on here is called the Patron Saint of Wolf's Death. I think it's talking about an actual saint of some sort. Plus there's also the weird pictures that kind of hint at that, but past that point I got nothing. Though if you Google Virginia Woolf spelled exactly as it is, you do come across her photo. So that was pretty cool. And I was looking up patron saints of death and whatnot. But since she basically took her own life, I was looking at the patron saint of death, or like of suicide or something. Yeah, that just popped up. Weird. It's never popped up before.
It's okay. So the Santa Muerte, which I've seen a lot in a lot of movie statues. It looks like the Grim Reaper, basically, and a lot of Mexicans say don't believe in Christianity. They believe in that though, which is really weird.
What, in death?
Like, yeah, the Saint of Death apparently. And they would decorate their rooms full of this Grim Reaper statue and little, like, tiny ones in their rooms. And it's weird.
The hell was that?
Oh, okay. So now my notification sound is the Dragon Sword flute. The injured.
Okay.
Neat.
What was that? I'm trying to remember because there's literally I know there's a patron for this, but it's whatever. I wouldn't know. All right, let's try this Muerte person.
Oh, wait. Yeah.
Let's see. MU. No. Okay, she's not it.
Hold on.
Oh, let me send you a picture of how this glyph, how this thing looks. That way you can see what I'm talking about. When I say you gotta spell it out.
Okay, so there's this patron saint of the death of children, large families, learning, Queens, Scotland, and widows. And her name, Saint Margaret of Scotland.
Wait, Saint Margaret?
Huh?
Can you spell out Margaret for me? Because I want to make sure it's the proper spelling.
Margaret.
E-T-E?
Yeah.
Margraete.
Margaret. So Garet.
Oh, Garete. Alright, I think you got the picture. Alright, let's see. No. Darn it.
Weird circle thing is.
Yeah, but you literally spell out the answers by connecting the words, or at least the letters, and in doing so, it creates like a glyph of some sort. It's not that one either. Okay, this, I know this took place in England, so maybe we should look there. I know there was a doctor that worked with, basically, he worked with he was the first person to coin the term for amputation. That's the other puzzle thing on here that we have to do. The thing is, though, is that he also I can't remember because I found it before and I can't remember it at all now, so long ago. But the guy literally studied in amputation, some sort of dissociative personality disorder of some sort, hypnotism, and like he literally had his fingers in a bunch of pies. If it was medical in any way, he had his fingers in it. That does, and I apologize to the people at home for that. Well, I don't, but, you know, I gotta be nice.
Sorry, but not sorry.
Hashtag sorry, not sorry.
Hashtag. I'm kidding.
Let's see, early life was a mess. Okay. Oh yeah, she was also a feminist, but you know, not the crazy psycho feminazis.
Back when feminists actually meant something.
Yeah.
Thanks, feminists.
Like I said, I draw the line. There's feminists and then there's feminazis. Feminists, equality for all. Feminazis, we want control because you owe us because we're women.
Okay, thanks, feminists of today.
There we go. Plus, it's a lot more interesting for me to have, like, to be researching and there's someone else talking with me, because frankly, like, half an hour of searching for stuff is just boring.
I would be bored too.
And especially if you gotta watch that. I literally, like, my video, when I usually do this, what the ones I did for this anyway, was nearly an hour to 2 hours. I'm working on the other one right now as we, like, speak. And that was like an hour long, and I'm still cutting it down because a lot of it was just boring looking stuff up with nothing being said. Oh god, they had feminazis back then too. I mean, I kind of figured, but wow.
No, that's kind of funny because back then, no one would listen to a movie. So why would there be feminists when your values as a woman was just be a homemaker? That's really fun.
Meh. I always thought it was weird when someone made the argument about women being in the, women should remain in the kitchen, because I've literally said, why would you want me in the one place that would make it easier for me to kill you?
Okay, so the saint is a saint of death, or
It just says,
their killings.
it just says, the written hint says patron saint of Wolf's, death. And I remember that we were all looking up different patrons and whatnot, and we found one. It was either that or something else, but it had fit. Past that point, I can't remember anything. Like I said, it was like so long ago. And even then, I was hardly paying attention because it kind of defeated the purpose of me playing the game. And I had realized that I was like, I'm not gonna say far ahead. I had just started on that particular chapter, and they were just at the part that I wasn't on yet because I didn't get a chance to start any of them.
That's the only clues, huh?
I mean, you might get something from the verbal one, but the problem is the fact that, well, you wouldn't be able to hear it.
If only I can feel it.
I'm finna try something out. Give me a moment.
I lay back by the edge of the pool to catch my breath as water dripped off of me onto the tiles. I was no longer hysterical, but troubled by how close I had come to the unfathomable darkness. I blinked, and a deadly pale female face broke the surface of the water. The drowned woman spoke. I don't think two people could have been happier till this terrible disease came. I can't fight any longer. Her face dipped back below the surface and passed into the dark, but was quickly replaced by another figure. My shadow emerged from the depths. In the blue light of the moon, it seemed taller and menacing. I fled.
Well, that's weird.
Okay, that almost worked. Give me a moment.
Okay.
I lay back by the edge of the pool to catch my breath as water dripped off of me onto the tiles. I was no longer hysterical, but troubled by how close I had come to the unfathomable darkness. I blinked, and a deadly pale female face broke the surface of the water. The drowned woman spoke. I don't think two people could have been happier till this terrible disease came. I can't fight any longer. Her face dipped back below the surface and passed into the dark, but was quickly replaced by another figure. My shadow emerged from the depths. In the blue light of the moon, it seemed taller and menacing. I fled.
Sweet, that worked. Alright then. Alright, I now have a means to give you what's being said. Again, technology. Sending it to you now. Hopefully, so I think it says it exceeds the size limit, and if that's the case, I'm gonna be super mad. Yeah, it's not letting me do it. Alright. Next best thing.
Well, something is being sent to my phone. Another picture.
Yeah, that's what I mean about the fact it's not doing it. Alright, I'm gonna do this one instead. It might work.
I lay back by the edge of the pool to catch my breath as water dripped off of me onto the tiles. I was no longer hysterical, but troubled by how close I had come to the unfathomable darkness. I blinked, and a deathly pale female face broke the surface of the water. The drowned woman spoke. I don't think two people could have been happier till this terrible disease came. I can't fight any longer. Her face dipped back below the surface and passed into the dark, but was quickly replaced by another figure. My shadow emerged from the depths. In the blue light of the moon, it seemed taller and menacing. I fled.
Alright, there we go. Tis been sent. I'll just start doing that.
Yay! You did something.
It should be a voice recording.
Yep, it says audio.
Alright then. It's the audio of what's being said. I just put it up to my earbuds and so you can hear it.
Alright. Let's hear this thing then.
Sorry about that. That's my earbuds. Phones, headset.
Well then.
Yeah, that shadow is kind of a leftover from the Peter Pan thing from earlier. I wonder if there's a patron... I mean, I know I looked up patron saint for, drowned victims. Suicide victims. Let's see. Saint of... Well, there's a Catholic one called Adjutor or whatever, which is the patron saint of swimmers, boaters, and drowning victims. Which is
There is a patron saint for suicide. Saint.
wait, how do I spell? Let me see how to spell
Patron saint
this.
of the people suffering with mental issues.
Oh, okay. Can you spell that one out for me?
Yeah. D-Y-M-P-H-N-A.
Wait a minute. I sent you the picture. You can totally check the You can check the wheel.
Oh, yeah.
I sent you the picture of the current wheel. Drown's not on there. Adjutor is Adjutor. Sweet. Got it. Sweet. Alright. To the next one.
Next
I
one.
rushed down a hallway towards two large wooden doors.
Yeah, hold on. Gotta set this thing to my ear again so you can hear it. Like some kind of monster.
Go, slave. Go.
I rushed down a hallway towards two large wooden doors, but I felt my shadow fly towards me across the old walls in the dim light. I burst into a room filled with shelves upon shelves of books, an unlit fireplace and a large leather chair, on which sat a bearded man with dark eyes and skin the texture of an old photo. He stood and returned to my stare. Something about his eyes made me crash forward, drowsy. My shadow soared over me to attack the strange man.
Alright, sending it. And I will now take a photo of my screen so you can see it.
Yes and yes.
But yeah, I googled the, cause he's literally, the hint on here is called he was first to coin the medical term. And I found the picture of the amputee, if you can believe it. You'll see it on what I'm talking about. But you're seeing what you're seeing what I'm talking about when it comes to like the confusion and stuff, right?
Yeah. Jeez.
Like I tried what, you know the person in the photo?
No.
Okay.
I was just like the first thing that was drawn to me, like, oh, he was the first to coin the medical.
But yeah, I found the guy to the right with his with his arm and both legs missing. First The second recorded survivor of a simultaneous triple amputation.
Huh.
Actually, let me try something. There is something I have not bothered looking up yet. Phantom limb. Alright, the first person to coin the term for phantom limb was Silas. Literally really close to syphilis. Silas Ware Mitchell. I'm gonna click on his name and see if anything else pops up.
I literally put down first to coin the medical term. And I find this word.
Oh,
Arche.
Nice. I think I found the guy's picture.
And it's funny because the definition is H as sexual experience. Thank you, medical dictionary.
Ha! I don't know if that's the same guy. Maybe younger? Certainly similar enough, but then again, a lot of people look the same when they reach this age. That is not racist. Probably. Let me show you what I'm talking about. Comparison photo. Though it probably doesn't mean much because you can't see the guy off to the side anyway because it's dark as fuck. Alright, sent it. It kind of looks like the guy. I'm not sure. But I think this is the one that had his fingers in a lot of pies. Yep, coined the term phantom limb. Please don't be the answer. I will be so mad. I would. It's like, oh yeah, the answer is phantom limb. I will scream. I wonder if I could spell his name out. It said 4. Let's see. S-I-L. There's S. L-I. L-L. No, but it looks like Mitchell's on here. I gotta, you know... Nah, it's a different wheel. Hold on. At least I think it's a different wheel. Should be. ELLC. Nope, it's the same wheel. Alright, but yeah, Mitchell to spell with Mitchell. Alright, let me try it. Mitchell. Yep, it's Mitchell. Alright then, this is the part where we exit the objects and try to figure out how each one of these bastards connect, I guess. But I think I'm missing one. Ah, here we go. We can start connecting them now. Alright, starting with the Pocket Watch, Adventures of Sherlock Holmes, Ellis Island, and the Green Fairy Book. What they have, for Sherlock Holmes, it's... $18.92. Conan Doyle. Arthur Conan Doyle, but you ain't gotta put down the whole thing. Sidney Paget. I'd send you a picture of this, but literally the words are so light, I don't even know if they're going to show up on the camera. They're in this super light, orange color. I wouldn't even call it a glow. Like a fade. Strand Magazine. And Irene Alder. For Ellis Island, it's Immigration Station, Upper New York Bay, Deportation Station, Samuel Ellis, and Fort Gibson. Fort Gibbs. Pretty much. Look, unless he wants to help. See if I can make anything come up on this. Alright, it's faint as all heck, but it's something. I could, but it wouldn't automatically save anywhere. I have to actually pull up an art program, paste it on there, save it, and then, like, do that. I mean, I think there's a way to do it via Skype. Let me check. Nope. Because that would have been a great idea. Oh well. Oh, you can actually see it?
Yeah.
Alright. I'm gonna do the green.
I would say same thing.
Alright, I'll figure out like a better way to do it. At the moment though, pictures! I'm sending you the green fairy book one now. Then I'll click on the Adventures of Sherlock Holmes and send that one so you can actually like visualize that. But you see what I mean about it being faint? It's like ridiculous. Now, from when I did this, Sherlock was mentioned for the fairy book thing because he was the one that explained why because there was like this guy just lying down. I don't know if he was asleep or dead, but but apparently he wrote the books that he was carrying, and Sherlock Holmes pointed out the fact that like the reason why there's like a fairy buzzing around is because the books were so like out there that it attracted all sorts of creatures. And like the fairy hearing Sherlock Holmes talks like, oh shit, that's Sherlock Holmes, and like flies off. What the heck are you? Are we? What? Huh? Okay. But yeah, what we gotta do is just try to link these together in some way. Like, what does the Adventures of Sherlock Holmes, Ellis Island, and the Green Fairy Book have in common? Guess I'll look up Irene Alder. I don't know who that is.
So all of these would have similarities somehow.
Well, probably not all of them, but enough. One of the, like, it's literally one of these things fit together, and a couple of these things probably don't belong here. But they all can fit in some way. But like I said, we're trying to figure out the connection. Irene Alder, what? That is a Sherlock Holmes character. Okay.
Well, personally.
No, she is now. A Scandal in Bohemia. Published in 1891, which is a date that's on there. Most notable series, despite only showing up in one story. And is used as romantic interest for the psychopath. No, it says July 1891 on mine. I mean, not the picture. Not... Damn it! Not the game. What's talking about Irene. And apparently they use her as a romantic interest for the socially inept Sherlock Holmes that was on cocaine. I would...
Strange, because there's the two similarities right there. True.
Well, the point... We have to, like, connect it to the... Well, that's just it. We're trying to... We can only click one of them. That's the thing. One thing per circle. So, while we're talking about 1892, Irene, Sydney, and a bunch of other stuff, we also gotta link it to Immigration Station, Samuel, Deportation, and Chinese traditions, Andrew Lang, first edition translation, and whatever that word is that I'm gonna not try to pronounce because of fear of butchering. I may be an American and Texas, but it doesn't mean I'm that, like, a-hole-ish when it comes to pronunciation. Not gonna purposely butcher a language. Oh my god, why? Why would you do that? You monster.
Because you did. You did it to chicken.
Look, I know I can't pronounce it, that's why I won't try to. It literally depends. Okay, here's the word. English, all kinds of fur, sometimes translated as thousand furs, is a fairy tale recorded by the Brothers Grimm. Huh.
I need to get that.
What, Brothers Grimm?
Oh yeah. It's some, but I still need to get the whole book just for the collection.
Oh, I know this story. This was the creepy story. The one where the king was like, I won't marry anyone because, unless they were just as amazing as you, wife, and the only one that legitimately matched was his daughter. So she, like, ran for it.
Oh, you mean the Donkey Girl story?
Yeah, I think that's the one.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't see anything about a donkey on here, but then again, there's more than one.
Oh no. To hide her beauty, she cuts the pelt skin of a donkey to hide her beauty from the king, so he wouldn't rape her. It's funny because that particular story is very, very important in the game The Wolf Among Us. Little knowledge for you kiddies out there listening.
Yeah, I see it. Commentary. Among variants of this tale, the threat of enforced marriage to her own father, as here, is the usual motive for the heroine's flight, as in the she-bear and donkey skin. Also, the king who wished to marry his daughter, which I prefer that one because that is straight to the point.
What's more straight to the point is incest. Yeah. Is it wrong? Hell yeah. Did they do it? Of course they did. That's history.
I mean, the story I heard for this one was, I mean, technically with the fact that, like, the king forces her to marry, that's probably, it's a crappy ending overall, but it's one of the brighter endings. The ending I heard for this story is that she managed to run off and go to, like, another country entirely, and her father hunted her down and had her and the person that helped her killed. Like, they both died. Because she was like, no, I'm not gonna marry you, and, like, literally axed her in half. Axed her a question with his axe.
Nice to meet you.
Pretty much.
No fuck. Okay, I was getting distracted.
You know, this reminds me of Telltale Signs. What was it called? Telltale Games, The Wolf something? I have that game on here, basically. But yeah, one
I
of...
just told you, The Wolf Among Us.
Yeah, there we go, thank you. I don't fucking remember that. I hated half the characters. I wanted to strangle Cinderella. God, I hated her so much.
I didn't really like Beauty.
I mean, I thought she was being suspicious. I didn't get that far into the game, but basically, I literally went, I will not deal with this. This is none of my business.
That's beauty. Yeah.
Yeah, I was.
Their relationship gets more complicated.
I literally, like, the moment she's like, please don't tell Beast that I was out, I threw my hands up and went, nope! I don't want to know what's going on between you two. And I even told Beast when he told me, I said, I ain't in this. Beast was like, what are you talking about? I said, nope.
So basically, she's not a stripper. She just works at a hotel, but the strippers bring customers. So she's like the concierge. But she's like, please don't tell Beast. It's a rude. I don't want him to worry. And he's like, okay.
Alright, I need to point out the fact that I'm recording at some point, but you'd think my friends would have the common courtesy to know. And then I remember who my friends are.
Us.
Okay, so we gotta figure out what's up with Donkey Soup. Wasn't she called Ass Girl in the Wolf Among Us?
They called her Donkey Girl.
I'm trying to remember because that was mentioned. I was like, what? I mean, Donkey Girl, I mean, that wasn't weird because, you know, Fairy Tale, I've heard weirder. But, like, it was something along those lines that that it just made me go, what?
Buffkin?
Yeah.
Yeah, Buffkin, the flying monkey thing, was like, you mean Ass Girl?
Yeah, there we go.
After he drank Ichabod Crane's, like, blue moon something wine. I forgot what kind of wine it was.
I had a problem. Who was he representing anyway? I know he was something. Darn.
Buffkin?
No, the guy that wanted the alcohol but seemed to have this weird creepy attachment to Cinderella.
You mean Snow White?
Snow White, I don't care. I hate them both.
Ichabod Crane from Sleepy Hollow.
Oh, okay.
The headless horseman.
I just knew he was creepy. And that's saying something. I know the story of Bluebeard, for crying out loud. Though, to be honest, I preferred...
Ichabod Crane, if you watch the, Johnny Depp movie, Sleepy Hollow.
That was awesome.
Not trying... I loved it, but it didn't portray the, the actual movie.
Well, that's because it was hammer horror. It wasn't meant to be scary or nothing.
Story. Ichabod Crane was a coward. I know that. Ichabod Crane is a coward. He ran away. That's it.
Lol.
That's it. And that's why in the game, they're like, oh yeah, doing what he does best, running away, being a coward. And I'm like, oh, snap.
I had a problem with everyone dissing the freaking wolf. He was like, you ate a lot of people. And I'm like, yeah, because all you other fairy tales were so much better. At least he didn't lie to himself. Like the rest of you pansies.
I know. Well, why try to pretend like you're not what you were?
I know, right? And then, like, people purposely piss him off and then have the nerve to be scandalized if he ends up going near a wolf.
And taunt him so much, like, they're like, oh, what are you gonna do? Beat me again? Ugh.
I would have been like, yes! Yes, I will. In fact, I will rip you to pieces first so you can't escape, and pray to God you digest slowly. There will be no woodsman to save you. I just thought it was so weird. Like, yeah, let's taunt the guy completely capable of devouring us all. It's like pissing off a chef. You don't do that because they might... I didn't get a chance to get that far, but when I got as far as I did, I started my game over because, like, the other chapters weren't out yet.
The final transformation of Bigby, when he becomes a full wolf, even though I'm like,
Good.
got chills.
I hope he ripped the entire town to pieces.
Oh no, he like shredded the throat of one of the Tweedles.
Good.
Tweedle twins, and I'm like, thank God.
Hated them bastards too.
Also have, yeah, go for the other one. Dang it. Missed.
Okay, I'm gonna see if there's anything that happened in Ellis Island during 1892.
Alright.
Because while we're chatting about other stuff, while entertaining, it's still out there. Oh no, we're doing an awesome job. At least I won't have to cut any of this off, really. Ellis Island.
This is entertainment.
292. Because like I said, most of what I ended up having to do was just cut out the, like, searching stuff, strictly because of the fact that, like, oh, Ellis Island was established January 1st, 1892. And it was the busiest immigration inspection station from 1892 to 1954. So we got a match. First match.
Who is Diamond Dice? I forget.
Diamond who?
Diamond Dice.
No effing clue.
He's friends with both of our Facebook. I think it's
Oh, Diamond Dice. Yeah, that's Nessa.
Is that Nessa?
Yeah.
Oh.
All right, connecting.
I didn't even know she had dice.
Yeah, she had gotten some recently. Ellis Island was an immigration station. I'll go with immigration station first. And now we got to figure out how that connects with the Green Fairy book.
First edition.
Okay. Verifying.
Spitball.
It was correct.
Right?
You were right.
Oh my God. I missed.
Okay then. All right, now we're working on the cacti. High fives to you.
Yay. I was guessing and I'm like, it's either
Alright then.
from Ellis Island. I'm like, I don't know. But I was either thinking first edition because Sherlock Holmes from the 1892, I'm like, isn't that a first edition? And I kind of made the connection, but
It was a good one. Alright, I'm sitting Suicide Bridge.
speaking of suicide, did you see Suicide Squad?
Nope. Red Crown Parrot. I likely won't. Don't spoil it for me though, because I do plan on seeing it.
Okay, if you watched the Batman animated series and how Harley Quinn talks, she talks like that in the movie.
Oh, okay. As long as it's not like the Force Awakens, where it was literally the first movies of Star Wars, but redone. But I'm not gonna lie, they did do a decent job, except for the end. Skywalker can screw himself on that lightsaber.
Ooh, Red Road Areas.
And ATSF, which is the something something Santa Fe line.
Suicide Bridge.
Alright, the ATSF, it's just a bunch of streets.
Hold on. I will.
Alright, then I'm gonna put California for red crown parrot.